So you're curious about trading, huh? I'm going to tell you the basics of trading and what you'll want to know. Disclaimer, I won't be talking about exact prices of items, as that's to your discretion. However, I will let you know how you might be able to figure them out. So as you know, trading is when one person puts items on their side and the other player puts on theirs, and when they both accept the item swap. Simple, right? Well, that basic mechanic is not what I'll be talking about. The core of trading is typically around two things: legendaries and collectibles. I'll cover exactly what legendaries and collectibles are in these two videos here, but I'll give you a basic summary. Legendaries are the rarest items you can get from a dungeon, from dungeons only in Nightmare difficulty, and collectibles are the rarest armor sets you can get from a dungeon in Nightmare difficulty. Some would say that a purple collectible is rarer than a legendary. Since the two categories of items are so rare, it essentially makes them a currency when it comes to trading. However, you could think of the currency in two ways. Think of it like gold and gems in video games. Gold is more common and used for more things, while gems are rare and used for less things. Any legendaries and collectibles in dungeons and below the most current one are gold. They're more common and just purely have collector value, as they don't come from the top dungeon anymore. It's important to note that high-level collectibles, like purple tier 1s, generally do retain more value than legendaries. Typically, legendaries from older dungeons than the newest one, like Gilded Skies, are called old legs in the trading scheme. Old legendaries usually have equivalent value to each other. So say a level 156 Lava King's War Scythe is equal in value to a level 87 Dual Phoenix Daggers because they are old legendaries. They are just older collectible items in the game, and you shouldn't expect overpay or anything too special for them. Of course, to note, there are always exceptions with everything, but use this as a general rule. Now, take everything I said about the value of old legendaries and collectibles and throw them out the window, as we're talking about God Pots. God Pots are legendaries or armor in some cases that have dropped and landed on the highest damage potential for that weapon or armor. Need an example? Here. The Desert Fury at the Middle Ground is recorded to have 326 damage fully upgraded. However, the way potentials work is that they're a random generated number between an X and Y. So anytime you get a Desert Fury, it can have a max potential between 295 and 358. That would make 358 a God Pot, as it's the absolutely highest damage that item can have, increasing the value greatly. Say if a regular Desert Fury is worth 1 Phoenix Daggers, it is now worth 3 of them with God Pot. Don't take that value as a fact, it's just an example. It's very important to note that there is a niche with collectors with reversed God Pots, which instead of it being the highest absolute damage, it's the worst damage potential. Just the reverse of God Pots. That would make 295 the reverse God Pot for Desert Fury. Now that we have talked about the coins of Dungeon Quest, that being old legendaries and collectibles, let's talk about the gems. The newest dungeon is always an extremely competitive scene. People are always competing to get the highest damage possible. That makes legendaries and collectibles from the newest dungeon have extreme value compared to their older counterparts. Honestly, to put a scale, I can't imagine you'd be able to train an inventory of old legendaries for any good legendary from Gilded Skies. And collectibles are the same, as the newest dungeon's max armor sets are not exactly labeled collectible, but are the standard for that dungeon. They still retain the same value, if not more, for one of blue variety or more compared to a Gilded Skies legendary. Now that you understand that, where can you go for trading? While Dungeon Quest chats might work, you want to go to the Discord. There are trading channels in the Dungeon Quest Discord where you can see the full extent of the trading scene. Well, that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you understand a little more about trading so you won't get scammed out there. If you like this video, consider subscribing, comment, liking that smash bell, or doing whatever you may want to help me out. That's it. See you guys.